What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today playing some more Loop Hero, picking up where we left off last time. So guys, I was kind of looking into some stuff in Loop Hero, and I noticed that there are other cards that we still don't have access to. So I was like, man, how do we get those cards? And I was looking around, and I saw that the easiest one to probably attain is, well, it's not necessarily easy, we need a ton of metal, but that's something we could easily do in today's episode, is we could get the Smith, which allows us to start expeditions with basic gear for any class. That sucks. Honestly, I don't even... If I'm the game creators, like, to me this is garbage. Like, I maybe start with, like, rare stuff for every class to make it worth it. The basic stuff, I mean, it's never been relevant to me, ever. But the Smith's Forge, I don't know what it does, but it might do something good for us. And then there's also one more. I think it's the Gymnasium that unlocks the Town card. So it requires a lot less metal, but it does require 5 more of these, I think they're Orbs of Expansion. And one of these, which I forget what they're called them. It's the ones we get from rolling over cards. But anyway, guys, we are just going to go on some expeditions and see what's up. Maybe do like a Necromancer run. We're still not strong enough for Chapter 4. There's almost really no point in doing it. It's not going to allow us to really farm effectively. I was playing around with the desert build, but I don't know if that's good for us either. I want to do something a little different. Removes HP bonus. If I go for like living enemies, I do want high quality stuff to fight against. I kind of want to like get rid of the Grove, Blood Grove. Go for maybe like Ruins, Spider, Cocoon. And then take off the Forest Thicket. Anything worth adding? Magic damage isn't relevant on the Necromancer. The Arsenal is relevant, and so is the Ancestral Crypt. I still haven't messed with Zero Milestone yet. But I'm not sure how to use it. So for me, it's going to be like a nothing card. It's not going to help me. Don't want to use Outpost. We can use Desert. I think the Desert's actually fine here. Speeds up time by 50%. This is fine. Come on, we can add one more thing. What do we add? I'd rather it be something that can help me. So maybe something like the Chrono Crystals. Let's try that. I feel like we haven't played as a Necromancer in a while, which is why I felt like doing it. And with the Arsenal, we'll build that, and now we can equip the shield. Okay. So yeah, I fail to see how starting a run with really basic gear changes anything. You would basically replace your first set of gear by the time you make your first round. And slimes aren't really even strong enough to do anything to you. So, I don't know. Kind of a waste. But I'm really putting my eggs in the basket that the Smithy card is something that could be game-changing. And an early village. I'd love to see that. I'll also take, I'll put some spiders there. We'll see where they start spawning. And then the desert. So, the desert lowers every creature's HP by 0.5%. I was playing around with off-camera how to do a better river. And I'll show you guys what I kind of came up with. Just put desert all on the side. We'll put the river here. We'll skip a space and then go down. That way the river touches multiple areas. We'll get double effectiveness out of the river tiles. So that's my idea. Bit of a zigzag. It takes basically the whole run to complete. So there's that. That's not great, but kind of is what it is. I don't need this yet. We'll hold it. You don't have to place everything as soon as you get it. So apologies for the late video too, and the kind of... it's kind of taken me like a while to get back to it. I did a Windows update, and it like wrecked OBS for me. So I meant to be recording this morning. I tried fixing my audio issues, which is ultimately what it was. Windows like wasn't recognizing my microphone anymore. I tried like every kind of troubleshooting I could. The last thing I tried that I knew how to do basically fixed it, which is great. It's hard to complain when things ultimately go your way. This is not a good spot for this. So I'm already imagining where the river's going to be here, and then it's going to loop back around here. I wanted to put my mountains next to it, but maybe we could just do a river here and then come back down and go around the mountain. So I'm going to do that. This area might be more open for building. I didn't really even look. Kinda. It's kind of mirrored. Alright, let's get this quest done. For me, like, what playing as the Necromancer ultimately comes down to is, like, how good are your traits? And what's the best kind of loot you can get? But I think more than any other character, the Necromancer's traits really carry him. And this is pretty terrible that all we're getting is deserts right now. We want rivers. Okay, I'll take a battlefield and I'll put it here. Get that ring equipped. When you play so many rogue games, you start to forget that you gotta equip things as soon as you get it. You just get used to having all of your gear show up at once. And max skeletons is pretty nice too. Okay, we got 3 chrono crystals. Alright, I think I need to start placing some of these. I was gonna put the vampire here and get the ransacked village. I'm gonna place, you know, I'm gonna place this here. Is there anything better that I can put there? I don't think so. We'll put that there. I'll put this here. And I'll put that there. I want to leave space for the lanterns. I'm betting on the fact that we can beat this because of the crossbowmen. Only our upgraded outposts are affecting this. Alright, starting to see some rare loot. Finally got a river, that's nice. But definitely without the crossbowmen, this is a rough time. Okay, let's start the river. Keep doing sand dunes. We'll hold on to the meadow. But yeah, not so bad. Look, now we've got 4 guys helping. Let's go with the rarer ring. I hate losing the max skeletons. Good shield upgrade too. Ah, that gives us max skeletons also, so great. So we just get it right back. More spiders, eh? Spiders are not that tough of enemies. Now we've already got one of the orbs of expansions that we need. But the idea is to get to a place where we're kind of happy with our run and the progress we're making. And then we sort of... You know what, if I'm going to place this, I want to place this like right here. We're going to make something pretty difficult there, but I can't put it next to the camp or else the camp will support the boss in the off chance that we get there. But if we're that close, we will get the support of our crossbowmen, the maximum number of them actually. Love to see some rivers. Because, I mean, we got the HP of slimes down to 43, but so is our HP. Our HP is down to 273. Not as relevant because we do use the magic HP, which is why I favor using the deserts and dunes with the Necromancer. It does also weaken our skeletons, to be fair. So I think we only need to clear out that ghoul village 2 more times to turn it into the upgraded version. That'll be nice. It'll give us double the healing as we pass through. Happy to get a village early. Most of the time, I feel like I never get them early. This is killing me. This is probably the most lopsided I've ever seen the land distribution. Okay, we're getting webbed out to hell. Alright, let's get one of these. Lightning fast. Summon skeletons have a 20% chance to perform a quick 3-hit combo, with each hit dealing 50% damage, so it's basically a 50% damage boost 20% of the time. Edge of Impossible. 20% chance to exceed the number of skeletons and summon 2 of them during the last summon. I like that for like final boss fighting. But I think it's got the highest upside, but we've got to pair it with other stuff. An early treasure would be nice. We could start putting meadows around it. We really just need rivers, if I'm being real. Alright, crossbowmen, help me out. They don't do a ton of damage, but they do just enough. There we go, that's the big boy we needed to take the hits. He got summoned and like instantly went down. Okay. Let's equip the better, higher level ring. Okay, another river. Another village. Unexpected, but happy to see that. We're going to place that there. That'll make a bandit camp. And now we have a new tile here, the Oasis, which we haven't seen before yet because I haven't played with the deserts that much. But water from a small stream hidden in the dunes has a calming effect on you. Instead of just the river being a river, it also has the effect of lowering my attack speed, which is completely irrelevant. But minus 1% attack speed to all other creatures, which is insane. So that's why we're playing with this. Everything else is going to be slow, and we're going to stay the same. At least I think we will. Unless our summoning speed is somehow also affected, which it might be. Not 100% on certain things, guys. That's why I gotta play it and test it first. Pretty much every time. Okay. These guys only have 44 HP. Okay. Big shields. I'll take that. Max skeletons, it gets increased. I'll take this one as well. It's kind of a wasted stat because we already have max skeletons, but that's alright. And yeah, one more time for that village, and I think we're good to go. My only aggravation is it's going to be a long time before we know whether or not we've got the type of run that's really stable so that we can start collecting those excess shards. And we picked up shoe nails. Attackers receive 1 damage after every hit. So we got like the world's weakest thorns aura. I mean, I guess it's a little more relevant when everything's got a lot less HP. But still, pretty damn weak. Alright, a couple rocks. I don't hate to see that. Do we have any regen? We do. 2 per second. That's nice. And this is what I wanted right here. I want to make 2 of these. It's tough, but I'm going to put that there. It's tough, but that's why we have the crossbowmen. To help us win those fights. You know what? I'm going to put this here. So one of the games that I planned on recording today, just kind of a preview for you guys who are watching. Pretty much no one else is going to know this, not that it's a huge deal or anything. But it's a game that I love. That I've beaten many times in my life since childhood. I remember waiting, and it's the only game I ever pre-ordered as a kid. It didn't come on time due to Hurricane Katrina, so that's how it kind of tells you how old it is. And then I still had to wait to play it because like the Walmart that I ordered it from was like damaged by the hurricane. So I grew up in South Louisiana, for those of you who perhaps aren't aware. These are pretty comparable. I just lose the HP regen. That's cool. Bandit destroyed my shield, in case you were curious what happened there. The game I'm talking about is Fable. So it's the Anniversary Edition. I had it on Steam. I beat it using a keyboard and mouse, which I kind of hated. And I now have like an Xbox controller. It's been like years since I played through it. But it's a game, man, it gave me so much enjoyment as a kid. I know like virtually everything about it. And I'm honestly pretty damn excited to get a chance to be playing it again. There are so many... Oh, okay, I'll talk about that in a second. After killing an enemy, skeleton fully heals itself. Its damage and HP are increased by 10% until the end of battle. Yes, please. We'll take the better version of that. Alright, just want to make sure I'm good to go before I start talking. Fighting the blood clots. Loses HP every second. And I'm happy to see that. Oh, I had a buddy try calling me. Let him know I'm recording. Level 5 shield. I'll take that. Here's some good loot. Please and thank you. Which one do I want to get rid of? Definitely this one. I don't need the extra max skeletons. It's just a wasted, it's a wasted stat. But yeah, guys, Fable, man, I saw with, all the teasers and stuff they were doing for the new Xbox that there is going to be a new Fable game. I think made by a different company, perhaps with some of the same people involved, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what fresh people can do with that game and the premises. It was always one of my favorite series of all time. And after they released the kind of the extended version, they sort of like remastered it, and then they like upgraded some of the graphics. And they add a lot of content, but the game was never... The funny thing about Fable was that the guy who like pushed it, and I forget his name, so apologies, but he was like a borderline con man. The way he like sold it. Make sure I don't build in the wrong spot there. And Fable never really lived up to the hype. It was sold as almost like a do anything, be anything type of game. And no game at the time could be that. I think it was even the same guy who hyped up Spore. I could be wrong about that. But Spore was another one of those games where it was hyped so high that it could never meet expectations. And a lot of people were really like offended by that. Hold on one second. I hear my kids like yelling and I'm like, okay, is it good yelling or bad yelling? You always gotta check. His dad life. Ooh, we have a level 6 ring. Sorry, I didn't see that. But yeah, so Spore, Fable, pretty much go in that category. There's what was that game that came out a while ago? No Man's Sky, I think it was. That like games just can't live up to that type of hype. The technology just wasn't there back in the day. So yeah, it was really even still ahead of its time because it was so... I should have been putting these here. Because it was so, like, ambitious, people saw it and were like, oh, like, it didn't live up to its hype, so it must not be any good. But Fable was freaking awesome. It was ahead of its time, honestly, for what it was. It just wasn't... It just wasn't what it was advertised to be. Anyway, I loved it. Played through it many times. I basically beat it in every, like, difficulty, every iteration that you can play it as. Let's get some goblins and some harpies fast as we can. 71 HP on these slimes, by the way. At this loot, like, we are crushing them. Everything is so weak. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a series on that. It's a game that I've always loved. And like many other games, it's a game that I also played on my channel, or I played before I ever had a channel. So it's almost like awkward in a way. I put these guys here. I feel like that's That's too spicy. I'm giving like scarecrows and all of these. No, I don't need to give those guys anything. Let's put this. I do want to give one. I could do something like this. Yeah, let's do that. I want to have the increased time for if I end up in a boss battle. But I was thinking about all the games that I love, that I've played in my life. Many of them when I was a kid, but then also plenty of them when I was, you know, maybe like a year, just like a year before I started ever recording. Some of them I have managed. Will this turn this into a village that I can... No, it doesn't look like it did. Dang it. Bit of a waste of a vampire thing there, but it's okay. Many of the games were games that I wish now that I would have like recorded them as I played them back then. But that's... Some of them I did go back, and I was thinking like Darkest Dungeon was one of those games. Battle Brothers is one of those games I played a ton before I ever started making videos. And I went back and I made a ton of videos on Battle Brothers. Subnautica was like one of the classic... Like, I just beat Subnautica, a beautiful game, before I ever started recording. And I kind of kick myself now because I would have loved to get that all on video. I had so much fun, and it's just a great game. And there's tons of others. But I thought, you know what? There's probably a lot of people out there my age and younger who have just never even seen Fable and perhaps don't understand like how awesome it is, and they would probably like it if they could give it a chance, if they had ever, you know, see somebody play it. This is looking pretty spicy. I need to get rid of this bandit camp. Bandits and goblins are like the bane of the necromancers, and right now I am like getting crushed. The evasion with the lifesteal and the fast attack speed. My guys aren't getting kills, so they're not getting the full heal proc. Like, they need to kill one of these, or else I'm like dead. Just kill anything. Kill it, get the heal. It looks like we're making progress, but boys, it's slow. Okay, next one down, big heal up. Jesus, that was unnecessarily close. Get in the meadow there. Don't need the wheat field yet. You know what? I will get rid of this bandit camp though. I don't like that. The goblin camp isn't doing anything, but it is taking up space on the loot. It's like contributing to loot HP. This kind of sucks too. This is super dangerous because they hit everything. Okay, hold on. Pretty good summon quality. Let's change that out. And then a better amulet. Level 5, rare amulet. Got it. This is a super dangerous fight. Unbelievably dangerous. I don't know if I've ever killed 3 of these before. Oh my god, are we gonna die to this? We might need to get rid of this. We have a resurrection, remember, for 15%, but that might not even be enough to save us here. We're out of potions. And we just started this wraparound. This is terrible. This has to go. That has to go. Fighting these things is hard enough. But fighting them with the artillery ruins guys is just too much. We can't beat them. And we took so much damage, we're just gonna die here. That sucks. Yeah. Damn. I didn't realize we had made something that horrific, and we're gonna get so little resources for that. That's why it kind of sucks to play any kind of run that you just know there's a chance you might not win. It's like, why do it, you know? Let's do... I think the forest is like absolutely necessary. Lowering their HP is not super necessary on the road, because you'll get to a point if you get far enough in the fight that you will be one-shotting enemies anyway, so I find it to be a lot less relevant. But I did kind of... Let's just play as the warrior. You know, let's say screw it and just, you know, try to have a little fun. Maybe we could put the desert in as well. The attack speed perhaps not as relevant. I don't know. I still don't know quite what the optimal... If I bring in the Storm Temple, then I do want the Forest Thicket, because I want to be able to give myself magic damage. Maybe it's just all good. But we gotta take out some stuff. If we're playing as the warrior, we don't want the outpost. Or at least I don't. I don't really want the ruins, to be honest. Let's grab... Yeah, let's grab this. No, we actually can't grab anything else. We're actually full. If I drop, like, Cemetery, Battlefield... No, this is good. Let's do our best. Make sure we equip all of our gear. And, I mean, we're not really relying on retaliation damage, but... I guess in a way we kind of are. Put a cemetery right there. In a spot we know it won't be able to spawn too much. If we build this... Just thinking. Hold on, guys. Thinking is serious business. Just trying to plot out like our future mountain point. I could put the mountains in a totally different area. And I think I will. And we'll just reserve the deserts. For that. I mean, we're planning like as if we're going to get really far in the run, which is not a guarantee. And there's definitely a question with, you know, the Storm Temple of whether or not we actually want to make use of it. Because that totally changes like how we play. And where we place things like a thicket. Alright, we'll put that there. We can get our chest spawn. And we got a little bit of better loot. Thank you, thank you. And a temporal beacon. I don't really like giving the boss one of these guys. Maybe we'll delete that before we have a chance to fight the boss. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start putting forests and thickets here, and I'm just going to put desert and dunes all the way up that way. It'll make all of this, you know, see even as I'm playing, I'm figuring things out a little bit better. What I should actually do, and I'm not going to do it now, and I don't even know if we'll get that far. The desert should be in the middle. That way, that'll guarantee that the entire river, if I go up and down like this, is all going to be oasis. If I put the desert on the outside, I guarantee that this part of the river will be, but not this part. So it's something to consider at least. Nice to see a good weapon. But now I'm kind of... It's not that I'm committed completely to this, but now that I've got my force in a row, if I get a Storm Temple, I'll burn them into a... Oh, geez. Look at all the stuff I got. Okay. I'll burn them into... Let's see if one of these is better. The Burn Forest, or whatever they're called. That way I can get magic damage. Although attack speed is pretty sweet. This gives me regen and evasion, damage to all and regen. I'm going to take the evasion. And then I'm just going to take the rare weapon there. I think that's usually just kind of a no-brainer. I'm doing all this planning around rivers and stuff, and I've only got one. But I've stacked up some potions. Everything seems to be going well. Put my road lanterns, spread them out. A village would be nice. We can start, you know, fighting scarecrows. The deck that we've assembled is pretty enemy light. Got a lot of like support cards, perhaps. I'll put that there. Still kind of kicking myself for that ridiculously overpowered zone that I accidentally made in our last run. That was such a kind of a beginner mistake. That sword that we got rid of was really good, by the way, but I think they're pretty comparable. Resurrection Charge is insane. I think that's pretty much like you got to be getting something pretty good not to take that. Alright, give me the loot. Okay, it's a mimic, but we're still going to get stuff, and we're going to get some rings. Attack speed, counter, damage to all. Let's take the counter. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't gotten very far as the warrior in quite some time. Everything just feels a little bit weaker than the rogue. But I'm definitely willing to accept that I might just kind of have the rogue a bit better figured out than I do the warrior and the necromancer. Maybe there's some synergies I'm just not seeing, you know? Alright, this is where I would put the Storm Temple if I could get one. Man, I'm pretty sure we added one, right? Hopefully I'm not waiting for something that'll never come just because I forgot. I've done that before. Okay. I think we hold on to these. I'm going to put this here. And we'll convert it whenever we get some more desert stuff. We used our first potion. Little spooky. Could use a new helmet too. We're still rocking level 1 helmet. And asked and received. And a nice evasion stat too. 18% evasion feels good. Alright, just what the doctor ordered. Just a ton of these. And wherever we put these next forests and thickets, it'll probably be something... Nice, a village, finally. It'll be somewhere, something that allows us... to get like another, like... So if I'm planning on putting the Storm Temple here, I probably need to put... So Storm Temple here, river goes here, stuff goes here. Let's just start putting a line of forest at the top. Thank you, crossbowman, for your help. Oh wow, good loot. I'll take that. This is pretty damn close. This is probably even a little bit better than what I'm currently using, but I'm good. We need the metal. The temporary minor stat increase or even like equivalency is not that great compared to the benefit we'll get if we just start rolling stuff over. And finally we got our first treasury. Now let me drop some of these meadows and we can start getting some healing per day, which we've been kind of missing out on, which has probably led to us having to use a potion or two more than we otherwise might have. Happy to get a little bit more vampirism. Because we're not rocking very much. And a miner's pick. Let's see what that does in a second because I don't remember. Alright, let's make a goblin camp. If it shows up in a crappy place, it's kind of a crappy place because it's not on... Ooh, this might be something we have to get rid of. It's kind of a crappy place because it's not on a square that's regulated by my lantern. Yeah, we gotta get rid of this. The fake village. And we're gonna get rid of the goblins too. I'm not dealing with this. That's too strong. And I'm gonna lose a little bit of value here, but I'm okay with that. And there goes our last potion. Damn, if we were playing as the rogue, we'd be crushing right now. I feel like I'm taking it pretty slow and I'm still getting wrecked. I think we can make it another lap though, since we deleted the two things that we deleted. You know what, I should have placed these wheat fields and then deleted. Defense increased by 1 after every loop. Sure. I could have placed 2 wheat fields and then deleted it. And I think they would have gone back to normal. And it would have just been like preparation for if we get another village card. We've got pretty sweet attack speed, which we will wreck if and when we get a storm temple. All of our bonus attack speed is going to disappear. But we're going to hit, hopefully, for a huge amount of magic damage. I don't actually know. Still rocking level 3 armor on a level 6 loop. Definitely part of the problem. That's kind of bad. I don't know why. I should have left the space. Perhaps not playing my best loop hero here today. I'll just need to, after that first fight, if I don't look like I'm in good enough shape, I'll leave. And we'll at least take 66% of our loot. Okay, we get pebbles if we pass a campfire. That's what that does. Placing these guys apart, that way they don't get help from skeleton archers. And it sucks that the warrior's not super great, it seems, at killing the watchers. So taking them might be pretty crappy. Like, I don't actually... There we go. Finally, we get some extra HP. And here we go with this. See if that's worth it. I mean, magic damage. We lost Like 10% attack speed. See if we notice anything. No, I'm good. It just came right back to life. God, that sucks so much. Because we can negate the usefulness of the Watchers by putting a vampire wherever the Watcher is. Okay, I mean, we have one potion left. I don't really want to make another one of those. Let's give ourselves a spot to heal. Scarecrow helping his bro out. And we're back down to 0 again. "10 magic damage, eh? Not a lot. I feel like the magic damage stat is pretty garbage. I'm taking this fight because I know I have the crossbowman, and I think that's enough to put me over the edge and win this. With the 15% resurrection, maybe? Man, and we've needed every card so desperately that I feel like I just can't. Yeah, we're gonna have to run. I feel like I can't. This just got a lot easier right here. Do I run? Do I keep trying? I feel like I can't stack cards because we need everything on the field. I mean, even fighting this thing screwed us. It did like hundreds of damage to us. That wouldn't have happened if it would have just been... I mean, it gave me good items. But if it would have just been a regular chest, we'd be a lot better off right now. We only have 1 regen per second. The level 8 shield was a big upgrade, though. And that weapon was pretty clutch. You know, let's take the bonus loot. Hope to get some upgrades. And we do. We get 2 very useful upgrades, actually. More regen per second. 3 more regen per second. Some evasion. I'm looking at things that'll help me survive. I'm going to put that there. Does that double it? I don't know. I didn't see. Did we pick up any stats from that? Could really use some rivers. And the game delivers. And I do also like the resources that we are getting from that as well. It's kind of like another thing that's at least worth remembering. Man, I'm gonna miss the regen per second. That's 10 bonus defense too. Pretty huge. This can afford to go there. We might have a couple spots on the river that don't have oases where the river bends. And an excellent helmet upgrade. We're pulling it back! I didn't think we were going to be able to do it, but we're doing it. Put one of those there, put the rocks there. I do want a vampire mansion. Let's maybe put it here. Just give random slimes vampires to fight with. It's kind of a combo we've proven we can beat. And I need to stop expanding south. If I get more treasuries, I'm going to want this space. I want to affect as much land as possible. I'll put it there. Remember, time flying faster is great for us. Probably should be pairing those with chrono crystals as well. And I should probably start holding the meadows for when and if I get more treasuries. The damage to all is killing it right now. Normally not quite the case, but it's working right here. Okay, no straight up useful upgrades. That's all right. Nice, another trait. Give me something good. Every counterattack restores loop HP. I'm gonna take that. Our counter right now is only 8%, but that's just the variance of the items. Make another set of villages here. Yeah, I need some oblivions. I'm gonna keep rolling. Everything looks steady. I managed to kind of claw my way back up to 5 potions. Slightly better weapon there too, not bad. Ooh, now we gotta kill a ghost. Okay. And some level 8 rings. Counter went down to 5%. Okay, well. We got a regular river here, but the oasis here. Now, it's not doubling effects, but it is making it so that the enemy's attack super flippin' slow. The odds are we're going to get another treasury. Yep, and just as I say that, the game happily proves me right. Now, if we want to kind of counter the effects of the attack speed debuff, we can start building our own regular, like, thicket area. I want to get rid of this bandit camp pretty bad. I really want to get rid of that village, perhaps even more. That's not great. Loop Hero Lords grant me the cards I need. Pretty relative stats there. This could be kind of spooky. The elite just has so much HP, and we've lost a chunk of our damage to all. It is nice, though, that the enemy's attack is so dang slow. It's a super benefit for our region per second. Because we're not in the negatives at all. We're still like a slight favor when it comes to attack speed. Doesn't help us against these guys though, because all they do is counter us. Okay, some interesting pickups. I will say, in the next update of this game, they need to add like a ×4 attack speed to this. I'm definitely starting to feel like the effects of grinding in this game. And that's never fun. Alright, I'm gonna put this here. And that'll help. It'll help lessen the density of enemies in that area. 3 rivers is pretty nice. And yet another storm temple. You know, I might just hold the storm temple as something to hopefully eventually discard. Go ahead and plan so we can drop these forests. Put the meadows on the outside there. Because we're getting near to the end of the loop HP. And then we're going to have to try and ride it out, if that's something we want to do. Back up to 6 potions. That Mimic got smacked in his dumb Mimic face. I mean, that'll make the blades of grass. Can I handle that? I'm going to put it here. That way at least it gives me the effect of the lantern. And remember, the scarecrows also kill anything that spawns with them extra. Rock into forest somewhere. Okay, our first upgrade in a hot second. Giving us 13% counter. 24% attack speed is a lot of attack speed. We are losing stats for that, but probably worth it. It's balanced in that way, I think. Don't really need more vampires. Could use a village though. Let's put one here. That's nice because it'll convert that for me. Now I just need these bandits not to like ruin my day. We have not gotten any oblivions as I was hoping we would. we're just gonna have to hopefully not die. This is gonna be horrible. Okay, a little bonus HP. I don't want to give those guys any extra benefits. Okay, alright. Dang, it crushed. As soon as I got it, it destroyed it. Level 9 helmet would have been nice. At least we reduced their attack speed so much that it also reduces the amount of stuff that they would destroy. Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna hit that tipping point with this run, sadly. Not with the warrior. Our loot's not good enough. Maybe my build is bad, I don't know. Like, cause what I'm thinking is we're barely gonna, maybe not barely, but it's gonna be cutting it close to get through on this loop. It'll be even harder next loop. If we can do it at all. And then the idea is to not play anything for several turns. That way we can stack up cards and discard them and get the resource that we need. We're barely scraping by, placing every single thing we can to get stronger and make them weaker. Oh, nice. And I'm not even 100% sure we can take the fight that we're about to go to next. In fact, I'm almost positive that we can't. I think we need to duck out. We didn't get a single Oblivion. I was going to destroy this and then this. But this is 4 of these guys, plus Vampire, plus Bats, and then one of them is an Elite. So if we don't duck out of that, we're just done. So I'm just going to place everything I can to get, you know, resources. Get a couple more of those. And then I think we have to run, sadly. Dang. I mean, I did get 10 metal for that, which is, you know, one of the resources that I needed. But that's not good enough. It's not enough. So I did get the Orbs of Expansion, but I need 13 more to get that. And then upgrade the Gymnasium, which is the other thing. I need 2 more of these. That's pretty doable. You know what we can do? Let's just, real quick, let's do like a quick rogue run. Let's change some stuff up, because this is like, honestly, for me, this is like almost uber boring. Let's get rid of that, this, that, this. The Vampire just has too many synergies with everything. I almost feel like you can't ever take them out. And if we want, we can always leave kind of early-ish and just take the resources with us. Okay, let's get ourselves a grove here and a cemetery there. And if we get some lanterns, we'll place them in there neatly. And this one has a lot of space for us to put like a future mountain. So river here, river comes back here, and I'm going to build a mountain right there. That's the idea. But you saw how long it took for us to get the river all the way around that way. I mean, it takes the whole time. I like bringing the, if you're curious why I choose the grove and the cemetery, it's because they also give me resources. I like these two here, honest as well. I like to guarantee that I get one at the boss, but this is also kind of. This will help me with like scarecrows and stuff. You know, I'm just gonna place it there. It's not gonna do anything for me for a little while. Oh, no. We're gonna take the level 3 amulet. I'm about to say, please give me a treasury so I can place some of these meadows. We'll vampire it up there for eventually when we get a village. Happy to see another grove. I guess I'll place a third grove. We don't have any like backup there. It'll sort of remain dangerous for us until we can get lanterns and such in there. That's an upgrade. 2 level 3 swords. I'll take the crit damage. And there's definitely ways, I think, in this game to try and target specific resources that you need. But because I kind of need a little bit of everything, I'm not getting too specific. I'm not getting too hung up on the one particular resource. I'd rather cast like a really wide net and get like a lot of stuff, because I do need pretty much everything. And that allows me to play really like conservative, or at least to try to play really conservative. Set up an outpost. We grabbed an old painting, which might be relevant one day. Let's go ahead and make this weaker, and then definitely the next time we get a chance, we're going to want to put a lantern there. Now, the fake village shouldn't be too terrible for the rogue to deal with. I'm not that scared of it. I don't like any of these. I don't like any of them at all. I'll take Marauder because not only does it give me better gear ultimately, but it'll give me more metal, which I need a ton of. It'll give me more metal because it'll give me more trophies, and then it'll cycle more gear. Wow, what a huge upgrade. Went from level 2 to level 6. I'll take this level 5 weapon and this level 6 weapon. Once again, huge upgrades. Yeah. I don't hate that. That's not terrible placement, especially if we can get a lantern, man. We're pretty far ahead of the river. We can start using some of these forests to finish these treasuries. That way we can start fighting gargoyles. We can get the loot. This is what we were looking for here. The Blood Grove. We have a little bit of time before the goblin starts becoming like really scary, the goblin camp. Yeah, I hate this thing's placement. I'm gonna give it some fields of grass. I can make this strong because I do have the backup of the outpost. So I guess I don't hate it too much. But it's not great. It's not great for us. I'll do some spooky vampire stuff over there. I mean, these guys give good quality trophies, which is why I don't want to necessarily wreck them. At least I think they do. It's hard for me to really know how some of these systems work without looking everything up. But I think the way it works is you fight harder enemies, you get better trophies, you get better gear. If there's like a tier system, they're probably near the top. I think the flesh golems might give the best loot. I'm gonna wait to finish that. Let's just hold. Let's get, you know, loot level 5 stuff. Okay. So, level 6. Level 7. No boot upgrade. Oh, no. Boot upgrade. Got it. Nailed it. Slight necklace upgrade. Let's finish this. And another slight upgrade. Yeah, kind of the cool thing about Rogue is that they can sort of handle everything. So you don't necessarily need to delete stuff. I will get rid of this because I don't want the bandits to destroy any of my stuff. I'm gonna put that there. It'll give me more options if I get another battlefield to make them overlap so that I can fight blood clots, should I so choose. Happy to see another cemetery, to be honest. I need more, just more. I need a higher count of enemies. I need more experience. Our first trait was such a trash trait in terms of actually helping me get this run beat. I need to make up for it by getting some good ones, by getting as much experience as I can. Alright, happy to see another village. And we'll hold on to this blood grove. We could always put a forest near a problematic area and then drop a blood grove near it. The dead goblins were confused as to why they were so dead. Could also just stick it in the big grove area. Try to spawn more blood golems. I don't know. I don't know if it works like that. Okay, Child of the Forest is great. Smokescreen is also great. I hate to see them both on the same option. Alright, that's full HP for us. Attack speed bonus up to 47%. Feels good, man. Wow, they killed my pup pretty fast. Happy to see another outpost too. Might stick that wherever the goblins are. If I can even do that. Yeah, this is a pretty good spot. You know, I don't need a lantern, I guess, if I have these guys helping me. It's a little crappy. But the wolf plus, you know, the wolf's not guaranteed every time, but a lot of the time. Take a level 8 there. Level 8 here. But the wolf plus the guard should be enough to keep me safe. Plus, I mean, my own strength as a rogue. Happy to see some more thickets. At the Count's chair. That's not terrible. I don't think I need to get rid of that. I kind of want to get a little bit spicier. I think we can handle it. There's more enemies, man. More enemies means more stuff. Could put meadows down here and get like super meadows, basically. Heal a ton per day, but I'd rather make stuff that helps me during the boss battle. I'd rather put lots of forest down the center. I thought I'd have a few more. I ended up using a lot of them for completing these treasuries, but we haven't really gotten very many since. Dang, it spawned. Oh no, the rat, I guess the wolf rat or whatever came and helped. And our mountain's pretty dang crowded now. Okay, we'll get that down. I'm gonna make a cursed village. A ransacked village. That... do I really... That's the cool thing about playing as the rogue, is I actually like fighting these high-level dudes. And I don't have to feel scared of them like I do with all the other classes. And just like that, those two helpers that I had kept me from taking a ridiculous amount of damage. We're almost full HP. I mean, we are full HP, but we're almost full potions, too. Alright, give me something good. A resurrection charge is good. So we've got multiple resurrections now. Go 9 and 9. No, I'm not speaking German. Let's take the highest level amulet we can. And a big boot upgrade. That feels good. And then like a really crummy armor, but it is an upgrade. So we should take it. And I should place down... no, you know what? I'm going to hold off on these vampire mansions. I don't think we need them. Probably just going to go rocks and mountains all the way up. It's not the most effective, but at least they'll be touching the river. We're only on loop 7. Holding the meadows in case of another treasury. And if we get a village, you can kind of see already where we're going to place it. River, 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 forest. I do want more groves. I'm gonna put one here, and then if we get another blood grove, I'll put it there. Okay, I don't want to start having to discard meadows. That feels pretty bad. Let's place a few. Make some battlefields there, some blood paths. Guess I'll just put them. Not all of them. Where do I want this? Here's probably okay. It'll help me with the blades of grass fights. Not that those are crazy difficult, but sometimes they do deal us a lot of damage. And we hit hard. And here's where the placement that we've been playing with the river will really come in handy as we start getting more. And we're at 105% attack speed. That's so good. Now 109. Sort of zigging and zagging. HP up to 1400, and we're not even really all that close to the boss yet. We could sort of, we could, I said sort of, we can sort of stall. Especially, I think, after this pass, I think there's a good chance we'll get some huge loot dropped on us. Not great mountain placement, but I'm not really sweating it. Alright, show me what you got. Big money, big money. Okay, level 11 armor. Level 11 amulet. Level 11 weapon, level 10 weapon, and then level 11 boots. Big upgrades, man. And our attack speed just continues to grow. And we could, man, I could see us squeezing quite a bit more loops out of this. Okay. A lot of stuff. Let's meadow here. Rock here. And then the river's going to go along here, and then, you know, that's pretty much it. So, I'm just going to start placing thickets down there. And up and down this kind of lane here. And maybe even start making another like mountain range up top. Just trying to get as close to the line as we can before we stop playing stuff. And this might be the last spot, or the last loop where this spawns ghouls against us. And then the floor kind of gets even easier at that point. I mean, we're killing it in the resource department. That is absolutely certain. And we can still keep placing stuff. It's crazy. I wonder how many additional trophies we've gotten because of that particular trait. Old frying pan. From what I'm seeing right now, I think we can beat the boss. We need better gear. We're not like 100% there yet on the gear. And honestly, I can probably add vampires here. The last few times we've beaten the boss, we've had like level 14 stuff. Let's take the lethal weakness for the huge crits. We've seen that like absolutely demolish the boss before. It does add a certain luck element, which I kind of dislike, but a win's a win. What's our bonus attack speed look like? 120%. My football coach always told me to give every game. Okay, so armor, +1 level on the armor. That's great. We do have an upgrade for our weapon. Upgrade there too. For our boots. I think I'm going to keep the guitar. Although it's close, I like the critical damage. I think it's probably worth it to keep what we have. The very rare 1 level below, I think is better than the common 1 level above. Let's see how we do on this loop. Another treasury. It's a little late, but man, a wolf rat doing work. 200 HP soaking pretty much every time they spawn. We have a massive HP pool as well. And we're almost at the end, guys. Could always kill the boss in the video and then I can just go around by myself. That's That's a possibility. Finally got the village to convert those. Yeah, let's just spawn the boss. I can't see us losing. Famous last words. We didn't quite get the big loot. But I think we can just get it over with and then have no fear of losing anything. The reason I'm super confident is just because of we have the resurrection charge. If we get the wolf rat spawn in the boss fight, plus the outpost help, like, we're killing it. I do wonder if you can get 2 of these guys in this fight, though. But either way, I definitely need to end the video soon. It's getting dark outside. Man, elite guys like this are probably the worst. Their HP is their most valuable resource, and it's how they do damage, so giving them just a ton of it is just miserable. We've got 2 Oblivions in our back pocket, too, if I want to get rid of something on the way to the boss. I just don't think I need to. That river's up in our HP. Alright, and we'll close up the treasury there. And as kind of usual, we didn't get anything we wanted. Quest failed because the scarecrow killed the dude. If you're wondering what happened there. Alright, let's see how this boss fight goes. Wish me luck. There might be some dialogue, but it'll probably, the hunt begins, get him, yeah, okay. And the wolf did not show up to help us. But we got 158 bonus attack speed with decent counter and evasion. And we hit hard. Not stupid hard. But we've got almost all of our potions ready. One wolf is dead. That's all of our potions. And I think we're gonna kill him. The wolf might get us. No, he got some sort of. He got a big heal from the wolf dying first. So that was our 15% resurrection. Here's our big 100% resurrect. And we're gonna smash him here. Just a waste of time. The new hunt is coming. I've already got your scent. Yeah, okay. Hunter's Nightmare is the achievement we just unlocked. That's pretty cool. And I'm just going to take the resources. Let's read what these do. Hunter's Mark. After killing an enemy, your next attack will deal 2 times loop extra damage. That's cool. It would be bonus 20 damage here. Bottomless Bottle. 40% chance not to spend a healing potion. That's pretty cool. And then Blind Fury. Once per battle, hero does 4 hits with double the speed when the health falls below 20%. Let's take the resource assortment. Let's retreat. I think this is just a good spot to end the video, and I do want to end on some sort of, you know, upgrade. I don't know which is better here, to be honest. But I don't have enough to do both. I'm really curious what the town card is, and this also I think gives me another, let's test it, another like supply slot. Let's get this one first. Ah, real temple of knowledge. The best temple of all. Getting new knowledge, cramming and exercising your memory. Well, your muscle memory at least. I feel very sorry for the study of geography though. Now you can learn the whole discipline in just a few hours. That's a good joke. That is a good joke. Unlocks the suburb cards. Unlocks the ability to gain special traits. Okay. So I have the suburb card. And I need now just a bunch of metal and some of these. That's pretty easy. That's like a basic run to grab that stuff. But you know what? For fun, let's just go see what the card we unlocked was. The suburbs. I have no idea what it does. You start to remember big stone houses, but not the people that inhabited them. Can only be placed next to other suburbs if they are present. It's a land card, which is interesting. Increases the experience gained from killing enemies. That's so good. And if it doubles in effectiveness next to rivers, that could be pretty sweet. I like it. I could even see like subbing it out maybe for meadows or rocks, to be honest. But without rocks, you don't get goblins or harpies, which I kind of use to supplement my sort of weak like monster game. But anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Brett, channel is Goodtalk Gaming, and as always, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.